Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Going to be a breezy one today. 40 degrees. Winds up there where, I don't know, something about the wind can ruin a day.
It can, yes. I would agree with that.
40-some degrees, not bad.
Yeah.
Put a wind of 25 to 35 with it, and it just totally changes the feel of things out there.
It can.
It is, after all, November, and it is the 20th of November. So we're well into the season where we could be looking out and seeing drifts and snow blowing.
No, man, don't. No, please, don't start talking about that yet.
I recall many years ago, can't stop me, Brent, recall many years ago, back in the early radio days here, that was my turn to work the Thanksgiving shift. And back then it was all live, so you were there all day. You got here early in the morning, did the whole day so other people could have the day off. There may have been somebody out. No, I think I was the only one. And Dick Yancey was the manager at the time, also an uncle. Mm-hmm. They got me out here, and it was one of those deals where you looked out and where the snowplow had went through, because I don't remember what year it was. Sure. Had to been in the early 80s. You couldn't see the highway. I mean, it was like 10-foot snow piled up, more than 10 foot. And people were just getting around on single lanes where plows had went through.
Yeah.
But they managed somehow to get out here to bring a turkey dinner.
Oh, nice.
You know, so you could have turkey dinner even though you were by yourself and you were on the air spinning records. You still could have a turkey dinner.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's a good memory.
Yeah.
Not the snow, but the turkey, right?
Yeah, there you go.
So today, you ever feel absurd?
Feel absurd.
Like you're out there on the edge. People think you're weird. Probably not. You're kind of a straight shooter.
I don't. Yeah. Now I've seen plenty of things where where I go, that was kind of absurd.
Yeah. Well, this is Absurdity Day.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah. So if you've been spending out there, you folks out there have been spending your whole life trying to hide it. Today, let the freak flag fly.
All right.
Don't worry about it, because it is a day set aside for you. It's a celebration of the weirder things in our history. Like when Salem, New Jersey, held a trial for tomatoes, which people thought were evil.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
You can also get a unicorn hunting license in Michigan.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Just a couple absurd things.
I wonder how long that season runs in Michigan.
I imagine if they can sell the license, it's a year-long
probably
thing. Or maybe they have multiple seasons so they can sell more licenses.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There you go.
So if you feel a little absurd today, let the old freak flag fly.
All right.
Haven't heard freak flag for a long time. That's kind of fun. This is National Education Support Professionals Day, the third Wednesday in November. Now, this is honoring the staff who help keep the schools running smoothly, from administration staff and teachers, but there's also others like cafeteria workers, custodians, and bus drivers. It's a big job, and someone has to keep our schools going. So hats off to the National Education Support Professionals Day, and keep the schools clean and keep them operating and keep the educational process underway. Excuse me. Now, this evening is the CMA Awards, Country Music Awards.
Oh, okay.
Live from Nashville.
I used to know when the award show was every year, and now, I didn't even know it was tonight.
Yep, Country Music Association Awards. It's the 58th annual. Now, this is interesting. Hosted by, no surprise, Luke Bryan, Lainey Wilson, but for some reason, Peyton Manning.
Oh. Well, I know Peyton is a country music fan and a good buddy of, well, I know Kenny Chesney for sure. He and Kenny are good buds, good friends.
I think Brad Paisley's a buddy of his too. Maybe.
Yeah,
Do
probably.
commercials
But
together.
he's, Peyton has recorded, I believe, at least one, if not more than one, country song.
Well, the research shows he's never released a country album, but he may have released a single.
Yeah. I think he has released. I think he has recorded a song,
Okay.
or at least did a collaboration anyway. Yeah,
He's in, and he'll be funny. He's a funny guy, I think.
he can be. Yeah.
Yeah. Luke Combs, Jelly Roll, Chris Stapleton, and Morgan Wallen are among the nominees for Entertainer of the Year. Seems kind of odd there isn't a lady in there, but that's the nominees. So you can watch the CMA Awards. Just to let you know, starting at 8 a.m. Eastern Time on ABC.
All right.
And it must be awards day or night because the Major League Baseball Cy Young Awards will be announced later on today, too, for the pitchers.
Yeah.
And let's see. They'll be announced tonight. The Guardians, Emmanuel Clace, maybe,
Okay.
and Royals Seth Lugo are the American League top contenders,
Okay.
with Braves' Chris Sale and Paul Skeens of the Pirates are the odds-on favorite in the National League.
Yeah. I think Skeens just won Rookie of the Year
Oh, he did.
for the National League.
So will they have somebody that's not a pitcher, be involved in the awards celebration like the country music, or will it just be they'll hand them the trophy?
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess we'll find out. I think on the CMA Awards, I want to say I read where I think tonight or during the CMA Awards, I want to say I read that George Strait might be getting the Willie Nelson Lifetime Achievement Award.
Well, that's okay. I
Yeah.
mean, any award that he gets is warranted.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
He's just a staple in country music and just steady Eddie good.
Yeah, he's the king.
He is the king. All right, birthdays today. Mike Diamond,
Don't know who that is.
59. He's a rapper. Mike D,
Okay.
1/3 of the popular Hall of Fame hip-hop group, the Beastie Boys.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Dierks Bentley, 49 today. He was a CMA Video of the Year award winner. And, of course, his big hit, Drunk on a Plane, was phenomenal. He also, by the way, has a pilot's license, so he might know
Oh,
more
he
about.
does?
Yeah, he does.
Ah.
Yeah. Let's see who else. Our president Joe Biden is 82 today. 46th president of the United States, two-term vice president and president from Delaware, and he is 82 today. And let's see, Joe Walsh,
I know him.
77 today. Fronted the Eagles, worked with the Eagles, guitarist for the Eagles, and fronted the James Gang, and many solo hits like this one. Happy birthday to Joe Walsh. And if you're having a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Let's take a look at the school lunch menus today, beginning with the Prairie Pioneer Center on this Wednesday. Barbecued meatballs, cheesy hash browns, carrots, and fruit. Call them at 872-6121. Let them know you're coming if you're not a regular customer. And you can also call that same number, as we mentioned, to set up home delivery.
Thetford today, school lunch menus, chicken pasta bake at Thetford School today.
Sargent today, tater tot casserole or chicken Alfredo, broccoli, fruit cup, dinner roll, and milk.
All right, Cozad today showing chicken patty with mashed potatoes and gravy and a hot roll, roast turkey with potatoes and gravy, or the pizza bar. Some of your choices today at Cozad.
Litchfield, turkey dinner with all the trimmings.
All right, Broken Bow Middle and High School today, grilled cheesy pizzini, chicken nuggets with dinner roll, French baked combo sub. Grill station combo at Broken Bow today is spicy chicken sandwich basket, and they've got the My Way Wings station with breadstick today at Broken Bow.
Arcadia Schools featuring super nachos.
And Summer Myrna today, grilled cheese pizzini, chicken nuggets with dinner roll, and fresh baked combo sub at Summer Myrna.
Ansley, it's tuna and noodles, peas, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Arnold Public School today, goulash and a tea roll on the menu at Arnold today.
Spaghetti at Callaway.
Gothenburg, some of their choices today, grilled cheese pizzini, chicken nuggets with dinner roll, fresh baked Italian turkey sub, made fresh pepperoni pizza. Some of your choices at Gothenburg.
Loop City Public Schools, enchilada, or flavor your own chicken.
SEM today, hot beef sundae is on the menu at SEM.
All right, 7:47, time to play the game. See if we can give you something to eat here this morning. And it is Wednesday, so it's Big Pig Day. Runza prize for you.
All right, we've been asking questions about classic musical hits. We've been giving you the name of a song, and then you tell us from which decade it came from. How long ago was... this song just made all the girls just swoon. Everything I do it for you. Now, maybe that version didn't make the girls swoon. But the guy who sang it did. It was. I'll even give you a bigger hit. It was associated with the Robin Hood film that Kevin Costner was in. It was like the love song of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I'll even give you another hit. Bryan Adams sang it. How long ago was Everything I Do It For You a massive hit? Did it come out in the 70s? The 80s, the 90s, or the 2000s? Everything I Do, when did it come out? Did it come out in the 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Good morning, Captain.
Good morning, Captain.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Check out Runza's Spicy Barbecue Bacon Burger and Runza Sandwich. Whew, that's a tongue twister. Say that 5 times fast.
Spicy Barbecue Bacon Burger and Runza Sandwich. Spicy Barbecue Bacon Burger and Runza Sandwich.
No, I didn't actually...
Spicy Barbecue Bacon Burger and Runza
Try
Sandwich.
Runza's Spicy Barbecue Bacon Burger and Runza Sandwich with barbecue sauce, jalapenos, bacon, pepper jack cheese, and crispy onion strips. Because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day at your Broken Bow Runza.
All right, we're going to give you 60 more seconds. That question again, Brent?
Yes, the song, Everything I Do It For You. When did it come out? Was it the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, or the 2000s?
That's the question. The phone's ringing. We'll pick it up while you listen to this.
Waking up Central Nebraska.
They are so funny.
KCNI, KBBN.
There are so many wonderful things to be thankful for this Thanksgiving. At Burning Bank, we are thankful for our employees, customers, and our communities. Since 1891, we have taken great pride in what we do, and we are passionate about helping our customers to build, grow, and thrive, and we will continue to do so in the future. We know we have a lot to be thankful for, and we hope you do as well. We wish you a very happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays. Burning Bank. Build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC.
All right, we have Scott on the line. Good morning, Scott. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
All right, good man. You on your way to work? You working?
No, I'm slacking off today.
All right.
Well,
way
you
to go.
lucky man. It's absurd day, so do something kooky. Here's Brent.
Oh, everything I do is absurd. So, got that covered.
There you go.
All right, here's your question. The hit song, Everything I Do It For You, did it come out in the 70s, the 80s, the 1990s, or the 2000s? What do you think?
Well, I know it's not the last two.
Nope, careful
No,
now.
I know it's not 70s either.
Yes, right?
My thing is, I heard that song in the 90s, but
Yes.
you know how sometimes maybe it was older than that.
No,
That's
stay
the part.
stay
But
with your
I
idea.
think it is not older. I think it's not older than that. I think it came out in the 90s.
The 90s is right. You got it.
Oh, my God.
And because you've answered correctly, we've got a certificate that's going to get you a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesday at Runza in Broken Bow. So stop on out and see us when you can.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thanks, Scott. Have a great day. I guess you're going to.
Yeah, it's absurd day, so how can I not?
All right. Have a good one.
All right.
You bet. All right, Scott's feeling good this
Yeah, that was
morning.
great.
He's having a good time. That's great. That's the way to
What
start
a big
day.
song that was.
Oh, yeah, it was
Man.
wonderful.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I don't even
I
recall
would
it.
die for you.
Oh, Lord, Mike, I'm sorry.
Walk a mile for you.
Oh, jeez.
Dun, dun. I can't remember all the words, but
I'm really
yeah.
glad you can't.
But everything I do it for you, Dave.
Oh, boy.
Very
Mike,
nice.
it's getting a little deep in here.
It is.
Yeah. How you been?
Good. I was afraid I'd never hear that song again.
I was hoping you were right.
It was one of those songs that got overplayed a bit.
Probably. I liked
When
Bryan
it was a
Adams
hit.
all right, but
Yeah.
I kind of preferred the harder stuff at that time of my life.
Yeah. I just don't remember it, thank goodness.
Yeah. Understand.
All right. Time passes and heals all wounds.
I followed a hearse on the way out here, so I
Oh,
hope that's not
jeez.
Yikes.
hope that's not a curse.
Yeah.
I hope not, too. Was a black cat around somewhere?
No, I did not see that.
Okay,
part,
that's
but,
good. That's
yeah.
good.
Makes you a little bit nervous when you're following
Oh,
a
yeah.
hearse, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of an eerie feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know that there's somebody who enjoys that very much when you get just a little bit weirded out by it.
Oh, yeah? Who's that?
Grant Chapin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. He works hard for a living, I'll guarantee you
He
that.
does. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
I just saw some. Speaking of that, I saw some nice comments about Govey Brothers the other day on Facebook. So
They deserve them.
They do.
Yes. Yeah,
they sure
absolutely.
do. All right, it's November 20th, Mike.
It is.
That
Thanksgiving's next week.
It is. It means we're diving into the winter season, and I know that means a little bit of a change here and there for you guys. What you're stocking, what people are buying.
Yes, it's usually a little colder and maybe a little snowier or something, but every year's different.
Yeah.
And so this year there's a lot of open range left, and the stalks aren't covered up, and so we've got a lot of lick tubs going out there to help the cows utilize the tubs, and we have some different types of minerals that cattle are on right now out there on the range, and salts and all that good stuff. The haven't seen a huge outgoing of range cubes yet, but it's coming. There's a lot of guys stocking up on them, but once the snow flies and it gets a little colder, they really start going. So
Yeah. Yep. So just a little bit slower progression with, temperatures in the 50s and 40s and 60s. And
the whole year's just been about 2 or 3 weeks behind, it seems like.
Yeah, it really has.
It's kind of hard to explain, but so we're, I never get low on inventory because I know when the roads get bad and the holidays come, and which next week we have basically a 3-day work week for most of the production plants and stuff, and then that just throws everything into a tizzy as far as supply goes for a little while, and so you just got to overstock for a little while and get through that period, and always think that the roads are going to get bad, but hope they don't.
Right. Do you inventory at the end of the year, first the next year?
Unfortunately.
Oh man, that's coming up, isn't it?
When we started, nobody told us it'd probably be a good idea to do a fiscal year thing,
Yeah.
And once you start that way, you pretty much got to stay that way. So when I was young, January 1st was a day to sit around and watch football all day. And
Yeah.
now for the last 25 or 30 years, it's counting in a cold warehouse.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It keeps me grounded.
Yeah, that'll ground you all right.
Yeah. Not too many New Year's Eve parties for me.
Well, and for folks who don't spend a lot of time in a feed store, for some reason, as I remember it, Mike, feed stores are colder than other places for some reason.
The warehouse is about.
The warehouse is cold.
Mm-hmm. It's a cold place to on a January morning to be all by yourself counting inventory. But Amber does the stores, so she gets all the small stuff, but it's a little cold in the back over there too.
Yeah.
Then I do the warehouses and the outdoors and all that good stuff. But it's got to be done.
Yep. It would be easier then for you if you let the inventory drop for the counting purposes, but you won't do that because you never want to be out if you can help it, right?
Yeah, it would be from a taxation standpoint, it'd probably be better to be low on inventory, but that time of year you just can't be low on inventory.
Never know what the weather's going to do.
And they might tell you and it's looking good for 7 days, and then in 5 days they might change their mind. You're like, oh man, I'm low on this, I'm low on that. So I talk to my other guys that order all the time, and I said, don't let your guard down on years like this, because when the bad things hit and you can't get it, nobody else can get it either, and you're going to be sitting there. So you want to be the one that has it.
Yeah, you'll be in line to get it too when they finally start delivering it. You won't be getting it right away.
Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of people, like commercial outfits and stuff stocking up on our coarse salt. There's a lot of those outfits that use them in their spreaders and stuff around. So they're all prepared too, and we're anticipating some bad weather. I hope we don't get any, but it's probably coming.
Well, I think a lot of us would be okay with a nice layer of 6 inches of snow on the wheat and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that'd be okay.
Or if it all came down evenly, 8-10 inches would be good to kind of cover those crops. And, but we just don't like it piling up.
Yeah, no, it's hard on a person, and it's hard on cattle and people out there, producers and things. But on a bright note, it's a good time to buy bird feed.
It is.
Yeah.
Priced right, isn't it?
Yeah, I got a heck of a sale going on black sunflowers, which I always talk about black sunflowers and wild bird mix because they're the most popular. But 50 pounds of black sunflowers for $17.95 through the end of the month, and that's been a long time since we've been able to do that. So, and then there's no limit. So if you want 20 bags, come and get it. We got lots of them on hand.
Okay. We talked about it last time too. But
we did.
The wood pellets are...
I saw Eldon loading up 6 pallets of them this morning when I just went by there. So somebody thinks some weather's coming.
Wow. So for those, those go to all the wood pellet stoves out there?
The pellet stoves. And there's a lot more of them out there than what a person thinks.
Must be.
There's quite a few people use them in the country as well. So,
well, economical and works great.
Yeah, we have good. The pellets burn good. There's different kinds of pellets, just like everything. You can get better quality or lower quality, and I think we've found the one that works really well and burns up good and burns slower. And that's the key is you have to have the right kind of wood. I guess I didn't know a lot about it 5 years ago. I'm a little more educated than I was, but they're made right in Nebraska, in the eastern part of the state. So it's a good local type business and small business, but they crank out a lot of wood pellets.
They sure do. We got pallets of it going out. That's great.
Betcha.
Well, we know that when it does cool down to more winters that we've experienced, takes more feed, takes more dog food, cat food, whatever you're feeding, they're going to eat more, need to eat more, and make plenty of water and that sort of thing. So it's going to happen, and you're ready for it.
Oh yeah, we got a lot. We always talk about key items all the time, but we have alfalfa pellets, alfalfa cubes, milo, millet, wheat, safflower, cracked corn, oats. All this different kinds of stuff. We got a load of bentonite coming in. We've been struggling to get that here in time, so we carry bentonite as well. I don't have a lot of it until the truck shows up, but I have some. And so there's different things that we have that's not just feed, but we're mostly feed, obviously. But
Sure.
there's, we sell a lot of barn lime and salts and things like that too. So their warehouse is full. We got a lot of medicated crumbles for cattle. If they get sick out there, we've got all the most popular feed medications. We don't carry injectables. We let the vets handle all that. I guess some feed stores do, but we never have.
Mm-hmm.
And we just carry the feed medications. So we work hand in hand with the vets all around central Nebraska. If people need medications, they got to get a script, and it comes to our place, and then we deliver it out.
Gosh, I know we've alluded to the fact, too, that calving season, oddly enough, it hardly ever stops. I mean, there's people that calve in January, I think.
Oh, yeah, it's coming up. So we just got 3 ton of milk replacer in, and prices are down a little on the milk replacer, so that's nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're prepared for what's coming.
Okay, all right. So later on today, we'll be visiting with Scenic Byway. Are you coming back, or are you on?
I am not today, no.
Okay, all right.
Nope.
All right. So
they're on their own.
You're going to go do feed business, and
yeah.
And we'll have some guests in, courtesy of Custer Federal.
I'm sure they'll have plenty to talk about.
Oh, yeah. A lot of excitement about this schoolhouse.
Yes. Yep. That's the next project.
All right. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it should be cool.
Open 5.5 days a week, Evans Feed in downtown Broken Bow, and in Oconto 5 days a week. And you can order up and have it delivered, or you can stop by one of those locations, right?
You bet. Bulk or bag.
All right, Mike. Thanks a lot.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Evans Feed, our guest this morning on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. One death already blamed on a bomb cyclone battering Northern California and the Pacific Northwest with rain, snow, and hurricane-force winds. CBS meteorologist David Parkinson.
Some of the damage that you're seeing out of that is in the form of the wind damage that you're seeing in the Seattle metro area.
President-elect Trump's chosen the WWE's Linda McMahon for Education Secretary to oversee a department he's threatened to get rid of. CBS's Caitlin Huey-Burns.
The department manages the federal student loan and financial aid programs. It also runs achievement tests and is charged with enforcing civil rights laws that bar discrimination.
The Biden administration's made its second move in a week to give Ukraine a boost in its war with Russia. CBS's Vicki Barker.
President Biden has agreed to supply Ukraine with anti-personnel landmines, itself coming just days after his go-ahead for U.S.-supplied long-range missiles to be fired into Russian territory.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KOLN, a woman is dead after an early morning rollover crash in rural Maricopa County on Tuesday. Around 6 a.m., deputies responded to a one-vehicle crash at the intersection of 7th and Ormsby Roads, just a few miles east of Worms. Authorities discovered a 1998 Chevrolet pickup that had rolled. An investigation shows that a westbound truck crossed the center line and fell into the southernmost ditch before hitting an embankment and rolling, Sheriff John Westman said. The driver, a 32-year-old Palmer man, suffered minor injuries in the crash. However, his passenger, identified as 23-year-old Haley Vatch of Palmer, died at the scene. Sheriff Westman said that seatbelts were not in use at the time and airbags did not deploy. It's unclear if alcohol or drugs were a factor. This investigation remains ongoing as of Tuesday afternoon. Merritt County's deputies were assisted by the Nebraska State Patrol, Chapman Fire and Rescue, and Grand Island Fire Departments in the response. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Martin Weiss.
The Celtics beat the Cavaliers 120-117. The Cavaliers were the last undefeated team in the NBA. Cleveland now 15-1. The Spurs beat the Thunder 110-104. Victor Wembanyama rested in the game. OKC falls to 11-4. Lakers remain undefeated at home, beating the Jazz 122-113. Los Angeles has won its last 6 games. Per The Athletic, Jets owner Woody Johnson suggested benching quarterback Aaron Rodgers after losing to the Broncos in Week 4. Head coach Robert Saleh and GM Joe Douglas convinced Johnson to change his mind. Saleh was fired 2 weeks later. Douglas was fired Tuesday. In Major League Baseball, the AL Manager of the Year is Guardians manager Stephen Vogt. The NL Manager of the Year, Brewers manager Pat Murphy. In college basketball, number 15th ranked Marquette beat 6th ranked Purdue 76-58. Kansas, UConn, Kentucky, Cincinnati, Florida, all winners. I'm Martin Weiss.
Here's your weatherology forecast. A red flag warning begins at noon today and continues until 6 p.m. tonight. Ample sunshine expected today with daytime highs approaching 47. Winds out of the northwest 20 to 25 miles per hour. Clear skies again tonight. Lows dip down to about 18. Ample sunshine expected tomorrow. Highs level off around 47. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
It's 8:06, working on 8:07. Let's go outside with Happy Jack and get the real current conditions. Brent, let's see what's happening. What's it feel like out there, Jack?
Cold and windy. It's only 32 degrees outside, clear skies, not a cloud in the sky really, it's sunny now. Winds coming out of the west at 20 to 25 miles per hour. Barometric pressure at 30.07, humidity at 51%. No rain in the last 24 hours. The precipitation for this month will stay 1 inch and 38 hundredths. High yesterday 49, overnight low 32. Sunrise today was at 7:33. Sunset today at 5:15. With that being said, Happy Jack Simpson going back inside. Back to you, Dave.
All right. Thank you, Happy Jack. You will be happier when you do get inside. And I'm glad that we had the weather forecast mated with Jack's report, because there is a red flag up today. And with those winds that have been described both in the forecast and Jack describing it, it is dry out there. Deer season is still underway. We'll run through the weekend, so we'll want to be especially careful out there. But the red flag is up today for fire danger, so be careful if you would, please. I missed a birthday, but it's all right. It gives us a chance to talk about a one-hit wonder. Norman Greenbaum is 82 today, and he had a big hit that was called Spirit in the Sky, released it in the 1970s and never had another hit again. But he is celebrating a birthday today at age 82.
If it might be right for you, it often gets compared to acupuncture, but there are definitely many differences. Our goals in therapy are often pain reduction and improved mobility, and that's just what dry needling is all about. Come talk to us, and we can see if it's right for you. 872-5800, or stop by and see us on West Highway 2.
Moline Seed and Fence in Gothenburg is your go-to fence store. They've got continuous fence in stock, raw steel and galvanneal panels ready to go, plus creosote posts in stock. Their kiln-dried posts are treated to a 0.8 retention and made from southern yellow pine. Need hedge posts? Get your orders in now for next spring. And for calving season, they've got you covered with freestanding and portable panels made from durable galvanneal pipes. Moline Seed and Fence, your Nebraska leader in agricultural fencing. Visit MolineSeedandFence.com or call 308-529-0781.
8:13 is your time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on this Wednesday. Thanks for doing so. We appreciate you each and every day. And, of course, we appreciate our staff here at KCNI, KBBN. We try to mention that every once in a while. But had a little hiccup here recently. Last Friday, I believe it was. Kind of runs together because we did a lot of games there for a while. But the guys were getting ready to go cover a game.
Yeah, we were going to go to last Friday. We were headed to Sumner for the big semifinal with SEM and Garden County. Got everything loaded up, got ready to go, and then hopped in the car.
Problem was the key was not in the car.
Couldn't start it.
And it's one of those newer cars that you can have the key laying on the console. As long as the key's nearby, you can start it. But if the key isn't in the car won't start. This happened to be the car that Christy drives, the Chevy. And so fortunately, Jeremy came to me and said, do we have a spare key? And I showed him where the spare key was, and he took it out and it started, so you guys were able to go cover the game.
Well, it didn't start right away. We took it, he got the spare, and then it said it still wouldn't start.
Oh, no.
So then Jeremy, I think Jeremy would have to correct me. I think it was thanks to Google, quite frankly, that we got it started because I think the spare, the battery was maybe a little low in the key fob or whatever. So you had to position it like in the cup holder. Don't ask me why or how, but we had to position it in the middle of the cup holder, and when we did that, then we were able to get to start. Well, we were panicking a little bit.
Was there a chance you would not get home? Say, you got the game called, and then you got out to the car and it wouldn't start, and you couldn't get it positioned in the right spot?
We were nervous about that, yes. But we got home fine. Everything went okay.
Until the last person who drove the car before you went to the ball game was, of course, Christy. She drives that car.
Yes.
We asked her where the key was. She didn't know. And what happened from there, Brent?
Well, what happened from there, I think that there was. Oh man, how do I want? I'm sorry. As I'm trying to choose my words here, I'm just envisioning Christy most likely listening to this conversation right now, back at her cubicle, and I can only imagine. Maybe we need to bring her in here.
Well,
and let her share her side of the story.
I'd rather not.
Oh, hi. Oh, Ryan is here. Oh, good. Ryan has saved us from the garden center. But anyway, let's see. Well, there was kind of this kind of blaming, whose fault was it? Who lost the key?
Right.
Okay. And it was kind of like, well, it has to be Christy. Right?
She was the last one to drive the car.
And so there was a few days of, where is the key, but who really lost the key? That was kind of the conversation. So yesterday morning, I believe that they discovered where the original key was. And it's my understanding they found it in Christy's purse.
The rest of the story is how she was trying to dish it off on other staff members before the key was found in her purse.
Yes.
Accusing someone else of, or maybe pulling a trick on her.
Yeah.
We would not do that.
Never.
Never.
But
never.
the key has been found. All is good.
And we also have a new battery in the spare fob.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, it's all good now. Yeah, but the key was in Christie's purse, is my understanding.
Document that, folks. Write that
Yes.
down. Ryan Anderson from the Garden Center is here. He's patiently waiting to talk about his store while we're talking about a key fob. Sorry.
All is well.
Yeah, well, as far as we know, until we go to the back room.
But you have to have the key to get in the car to go to the Garden Center.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah. And it's not very far, and it's easy to find. And people drive, by the way, quite a long ways to come and do business with you. And right now you got the Christmas trees going on and all of that, where people are really shopping early this year, it seems like. And I'm sure that you've seen people from all over the area.
So, yeah, we're got Christmas trees hanging in. Got them out this weekend and ready to start going on that. So, fresh cut Christmas trees all the way from the Christmas tree capital in Wisconsin. So, balsam fir and Fraser firs, 4 different sizes. Also have some white pine. So,
your biggest one is how tall?
Our biggest size is 9 to 10 foot, and some of those are pushing over 10 foot.
Yeah.
So,
wow. And are you still hanging those in the greenhouse?
Yep.
Okay, and that's great. Folks, if you haven't been there before, I think a lot of us have experienced sometime over the years where we looked at one wrapped up or leaning against a building, and we go, that looks really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get it home and you unwrap it and you let it sit for a little while and it unfolds, and then there's a big gap somewhere, you're kind of disappointed. This way you can see them because you got them upside down and they're all full out.
Yep. Probably not upside down, I don't think.
Oh, I thought you had them upside down. You hang them up right side up.
Yeah.
Okay. But they still fall.
Yeah. They're going to be how they are in your
the
house. So,
okay. All right.
So, got them hanging, and if there's not one there you like, or you want one that's tied up, we can go in the garage and look for those as well. So it's kind of, I've handled them enough that I know which one's going to be a full one, which one's going to be a skinny one. So you can kind of tell by the way they're wrapped and whatnot. So, but also got our fresh winter greens in, and we've been starting to make some porch pots and decorations for outside, and got stuff going there. If somebody wants to do their own, we sell our greens individually or by the pound, I guess. So you can come in and pick up your winter greens that way. We'll have some porch pots made. If you want to make a porch pot, don't know how, stop in and we'll show you how and kind of guide you along. You can make it right there and take it home. So, we got all the stuff to do that, the winter greens, birch poles, that sort of thing. So, rolling along there, we got fresh wreaths available. They're plain, so you can decorate them up yourself, or we can kind of decorate them up for you that way. So then moving inside, we have poinsettias in, so got different colors of those. Besides just red, we have some white and some speckled, kind of some pinkish ones, different ones like that. So Christmas cactus.
Your poinsettias sometimes surprise people, I think, how long they, you get them for Christmas basically. They can be around for a while. They're kind of nice to have.
Yeah, if you take care of them,
Yeah.
keep them watered. My mom was in yesterday, and she said that the one she'd gotten last year had just, I don't know, she let it go or whatever about a month ago. So she'd made comments to me all summer long that poinsettia was still going and looking good and whatnot. So,
and what colors? I mean, great colors. And of course, I think house plants, maybe look those over a little bit before company comes. Maybe add a little color, add something new, make sure they're healthy, right?
Yep. So we have a pretty good stock on those. We restocked that last week as well. So house plants have still been been a thing, and we try to get some more, of the not so usual house plants in. Try to keep a good stock of those, but yeah, we restocked those last week. Got some good cactuses in, some succulents, little gift ideas, I guess. If you're looking for gift for a plant lover or something like that, we have some little ideas, or smaller plants,
right,
things to do.
Well, and you have some folks out there you're going to give a plant to, and maybe they live in a smaller place, or maybe you're just they want to get started with plants. I know you can help them with that, and there's also people out there that would love any kind of plant of any size as a gift.
Sure.
You kind of know your people and fit them to it, but
yep.
Yeah. And that gift keeps on giving. I mean, that's the nice thing about plants. If they take care of them, it's going to last a long time.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Got our.
You got something on your mind, because I'm the guy that told you hang your trees upside down. So.
Well, I got a lot of stuff on my mind. So, no, a couple other smaller items. I mean, with Christmas coming up and that sort of thing, gift ideas, stocking stuffer ideas. I mean, of course we do gift certificates, but we got a couple new items in, like for a houseplant lover or something, that they're just little clippers. They're probably, they're probably the size of your hand.
Okay.
But you can kind of get in on your houseplants and clean up dead leaves. I think they're like $5, but they're like stainless steel or aluminum little cutters. I've been using a pair of them the last couple weeks, and they're pretty handy cleaning up plants. But thought of a stocking stuffer.
Yes, that's not an easy one. Yeah,
but little ideas like that. Yesterday we just got in. Of course, we get people in buying garden gloves for stocking stuffers. But we got in some winter gloves. They're mittens. They sold out really fast last year, but they look like a mitten. You stick your hand in them, and there's actually finger slots
inside.
Yep, super warm. They don't fit my mittens, but Liz wears them a lot and really likes them. So
yeah, I think farmers and ranchers, and you know from your background, mittens with fingers in them stay warmer than regular gloves for the most part.
Yep.
Now they're very, very warm.
Super soft inside. So.
Yeah, that's nice. Lots of gift ideas, lots of things that you're set up for, and I think folks will want to stop in sooner than later. What are your hours right now?
We are open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5:30, and then Saturdays 10 to 2. With the Christmas trees, we're going to be around throughout the season. So if you need a Christmas tree on Sunday or something, just call the store.
Okay.
That store phone rings into my cell phone, and we can come down and get you set up. So we do it a lot. Don't be afraid to call. If we're able to get in there and get you your tree when you want it, we'll do it. So
okay, all right. Any questions, Brent?
Well, I was thinking about something for the family dog coming up for Christmas. You have a selection there, right?
Still have our dog treats. So tracheas, pig ears of various sizes, and so
I love that.
Oh yes, the ever famous question from Brent Apperson. So how big is a pig ear?
Well, you didn't ask about having trees upside down, so I think
we make a great team, don't we, Bernie?
Partner.
Ryan comes in here and he's like, I wonder what those guys will ask me this time.
They're not clicking on all 8 cylinders, So, all right. Well, I think people really appreciate having the fresh trees that they can go in and look at, and I think you've kind of researched and found yourself a good vendor for the trees, which is, I think people are resting assured that they're going to get a good tree when they come to the garden center.
Yep. So we've been happy with them. So They, of course, they're probably cut 1st of October sometime. They wrap them, put them under a canopy of trees up there in Wisconsin. So it's when they cut them, it kind of creates a callus on the bottom. Of anything you cut. So it's kind of important to make a fresh cut, about 2 inches up from the bottom. Get it in a stand, and it'll suck up water and stay fresh throughout the season.
From experience too, if you happen to have a place in the house where you really don't have any choices, sometimes you do. If you can stay away from a heat vent, it helps as well. But sometimes you just can't do that. But that dries them out a little quicker. But if they've been cut in October and you cut them off and make sure they're getting water, you got your best shot at getting through. And a lot of people, when Christmas is over, about a day after or two, they're taking the tree out.
Yeah.
In our house, we don't take it out till I don't know when. Because a lot of people have Christmas after Christmas.
Sure.
So,
you run into some family Christmases in January. So.
Yeah. Right on. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Go home and tell your lovely wife you had to deal with 2 dumb DJs.
We won't say that.
Okay.
You're kind.
You're kind.
Thank you.
I know you're thinking it, but it's nice of you not to say it, Brian. The Garden Center, ready for your Christmas shopping. They'd love to have you stop by.
Rise and shine.
All right. The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Medicare annual enrollment is going on now through December 7th. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. I invite you to call or stop in at our offices in Broken Bow or Callaway and make an appointment to review your Medicare coverage for 2025. We do not offer every plan available in your area. Currently, we represent 4 organizations which offer 22 products in your area. Please contact Medic.gov, 1-800-MEDICARE, or your local state health insurance program to get information on all of your options.
Weak machines, strong headaches. The solution? The Vermeer 605N baler. It's big on durability and toughness with heavy-duty components, plus smart features like automatic pickup clutch and auto-loop greasing systems that help extend machine life. Toughness meets performance with the dual-stage belt tightening system and E-Link Pro display with optional bale weight and moisture readings. For tighter, denser, more uniform bales start to finish. See Power Solutions, your local hay and forage experts, to see how the Vermeer 605N baler is redefining the word durability. 2 miles east of Broken Bow on Highway 2, Power Solutions.
Just like technology and all of this talk about AI, the world of construction and home design is always evolving too. At Ansley Lumber and Supply, they are committed to having the very latest in materials as well as the tools you need to tackle the job. Wanting to get in on the barn-dominium craze? Well, Ansley Lumber and Supply has everything from the plans and framing to the windows, insulation, and shingle material you need. If your project is a little smaller than building a new home, they have what you need for those too. Ansley Lumber and Supply. Visit them on Main Street in Ansley.
Need fence Central Nebraska? Rapid Fence has your back. They pride themselves on quality, specializing in high tensile and barbed wire applications. They can also remove fence, clean up fence lines, and help with feedlot and corral fencing. If your fence suffered due to an unfortunate wildfire, go with Rapid Fence. Call 308-223-1320. That's 223-1320 for Rapid Fence. Or find them on Facebook by searching Rapid Fence.
8:31 is your time. Good to have you along. We will be taking another break here in just a moment to bring in our next guest. Want to talk a little bit about Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership first. They're looking for a family outreach case manager. That job opening will stay open until filled. They're looking for an individual who enjoys helping people, knows community resources, and would like to help people attain goals in the Loop City area. Starting wage for this position is $16.50 to $18.25 an hour, depending on qualifications. They also offer an excellent benefit package. They'd like to have somebody applied that has education and or experience and the desire to help people attain their goals, help them with computer skills, and get things going for folks out there who may be struggling just a little bit. The individual will be working with people to secure permanent housing, budget, money, set goals, overcome crisis situations, and find the right resources. Contact CNCAP. Human Resources Department at 308-745-0780, extension 105. This position will remain open until filled. This job is also on the jobs page on sandhillsexpress.com. As we promised, we have lots of guests today, and we're going to jump right into our next set of guests here. And this, by the way, is courtesy of Custer Federal State Bank. We have two lovely ladies in the studio. Brent, would you like to begin with these two? Because they're a little ornery. Both of them are a little bit on the ornery side.
No, we're not.
I don't know about
we
that.
have a lot of information to share, so let's get after it.
All right. Well, let's
I told you she was ornery.
Let's see, who have you talked to about
Yeah.
us?
But I want to know. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Spirit in the Sky, 1967.
David be the one to maybe
I'd have to
answer
look.
that.
I'd have to
Oh,
look it
come
up.
on. Think.
Well,
think,
it said-
67.
It said the 1970s, so I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't believe that. It was earlier. I'm that old. It was earlier. It could have been 69. But
Could have been.
Spirit in
Could have
the
been
Sky.
69 and
Yeah.
rolled into the 70s.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was just a one-hit wonder.
I didn't either until I read it this morning. I thought maybe he had some other songs. So
Well, it stuck with me when you played it. I'm like, well, there's my funeral song. Because I'm at the hearse too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. It's not funny, but I did meet it.
Yes.
Well,
Mike Evans met it too.
Yes,
so,
he did.
Yeah,
He mentioned it.
And
He
then
did too.
Spirit in the Sky was playing, and I'm like, oh, I better be careful. Ooh. Yeah. Anyway, well, thank you for inviting us once again, and we have a lot to talk about. Christmas is coming, gentlemen.
It is. Right around the corner.
It is.
Ready or not, here it comes.
We'll just get through Thanksgiving, and then we're ready to roll on Christmas. So
Yes.
I brought Tammy in today from the museum here in Broken
Howdy.
Bow, and she has a lot to tell us, and when she's done, I'll keep going.
Okay, I'll try it. We have right now a DAV exhibit in there, Disabled American Veterans, and it will be there through most of December. And it is a nice exhibit of the veterans in the area. It is local veterans that are in this exhibit, photos and where which branch they're out of and different things. And then coming up in just a short bit, like I say, it's just around the corner, is our nativity set collections. We have another different set than last year from Mr. Bristol. And so last year he had 80 sets.
Wow.
And a bedroom full of things, yes. And in that, he'll have a different 80 sets or so, as what he said. So it's always like Christmas when you unpack those, though. So that would be something probably you guys do. How would you pack 10 different nativity sets, you guys?
Very carefully.
I would
in
say,
their box
I'd
or in
pay
a tote?
to see that.
I would say, honey, can you help
Well,
me?
here's the deal. We have a nativity set that we put out every year, and it's in between like two styrofoam cases, and you have to position the piece perfectly
Yeah.
in order for it to get it to close.
Yeah.
And I tried it once, and I can never get them turned just the right way to get them back in
So
the
you keep
case.
your styrofoam container?
We do, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you did not have that styrofoam container, the next choice would be to wrap it in tissue
Sure.
and put it in a tote, as many as you can, right?
You would think, yeah.
But he needs
All-
to put the family
bag,
in
yeah.
a Ziploc bag.
So the camel doesn't have to move from exhibit to exhibit to
Yeah.
exhibit, because that camel, it had to move 3 times last year in order to get to the right set. So it might be interesting coming in. We'll have some interesting conversation digging them out of the totes and seeing which one matches. But he has a wonderful collection of the different ones at whatever. And so it's always kind of a fun conversational thing when you open that box up and say, well, I wonder which one this one matches.
So why don't you just help him? Why don't you just do it for him?
We do the opening up of the tote and put them out, and then he comes in and said, oh, that one didn't go there.
Oh,
I see.
So we have an inspection time, but yeah.
But I mean, putting them away, you might ought to help him.
He likes to put them in a certain boxes.
Oh.
So maybe a certain, they all go in a certain, like the wood ones go in one box or tote, and
they're
the
probably marked
certain countries go in a different tote. So he kind of sorts them. as he puts them away. That way he knows what's in them. And I did talk about putting a picture on the top of it of what's in there.
Well, that would be nice.
That would be nice. That would be as good as the box almost.
Yeah.
But yeah. So those nativity sets will be in here in just a short bit. They will be our opening day will be the Parade of Lights Day.
Oh, perfect.
So on that December 2nd, Monday there, they will be all up and ready for viewing for the month of December. So they'll be up for quite a while there. And then so take a group or a friend in or go in by yourself, either way, and see them at that time. But that'll be a group that will come in. And then we're always looking for volunteers to come in and do like those little things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to have a little group activities like open a tote and have some fun. So we do have a gift shop, a book shop in our museum too, of those history books or those local things in that way. So that would be something to take in during the holiday time too. So.
All right. Tammy, what are the hours at the museum?
Right now we're open in the afternoons 1 to 5 on weekdays.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Very good. So that's when you can, starting at the parade day.
Yep. So the afternoons. And, of course, in the summertime we have our other longer hours and stuff like the barn does. But our wintertime we just have the afternoons, weekday afternoons.
Okay. All right, very good.
I've got a quick question, just kind of a curious question. You talked about the exhibit, the DAV, right? The Disabled American Veterans exhibit.
Yeah.
Was that something that you put together by yourself through research, or did it come from somewhere?
It come from that organization.
Okay.
So they have put that together. They have their different, so the members of that organization put it together, and this is the second year they bring it in. And they added some more people onto that, other pictures, different things to it. So they do have their items there, and they do have a little drawing thing there too for their forget-me-nots is their flower instead of a poppy, but it's a forget-me-not for the disabled American veterans. There's a little donation jar there for that.
Good.
All right.
But it's very interesting of all the different area people that have some sort of disability of the different years. So, and I is like so thankful that the veterans have been able to do those things. I don't have a veteran family exactly, except for my Revolutionary family, and my brother was in the National Guard for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. Great exhibit.
Very nice.
So I want to do a shout out to some people at Brewster once again. They tell me they listen to you every morning, and Jim's out there in his tractor this morning listening.
Hi, Jim.
So
Yeah, good morning.
it's nice
That's
to have.
very nice.
It's nice to have people come to me and say, "Hey, I heard you on the radio the other day talking about the byway," and so people do listen to you.
They do. And when positive people like you come on the air, it reverberates a little further.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We are in a red flag warning today.
We are.
And there's deer hunters out there, and it is dry, so I hope everybody is being extra careful today. And then I saw in the news this morning there's a bomb cyclone up in Washington State. 70-plus mile-per-hour winds. Did you guys? It was on the news. You didn't hear it?
We were probably talking.
Yeah. So, and then they're burning up in New York. Well, there in New York, on Long Island or somewhere out there, Manhattan. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, trim your shrubs back and mow that grass and turn some sheep in or something, you know.
Yeah. Or be very careful, like you're talking about here. We do have visitors in
It's
the
very
area.
Serious.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to talk about the amount of traffic going up Highway 2. Rick Moss says, Linda, you say that all the time. But I just couldn't believe the traffic last week on Thursday. Did you?
Tremendous amount.
Good heavens. The campers headed
going
west to the Pine Ridge, to the Niobrara, Halsey. I mean, it was just nonstop.
They were lined up. Yeah. And I think a lot of that was deer.
Oh, yeah.
You know, guys and gals out there are going to do a little camping on site and deer hunting. But, yeah, they were lined up and down the highway.
It's great.
Yeah, it's
That's
fantastic.
wonderful for economic impact to our area, and we welcome them. But please be careful. And then yesterday I was headed to Thedford, and I did meet vehicles with deer strapped on. And or you'd see a leg
Yeah.
sticking out here or there, you know. And I know my hunters that were at the bunkhouse, they got a nice muley buck. And,
Oh, man.
And so they were pretty proud of that. And it was a young hunter, and I suppose it was his first deer. So that was good. But the deer numbers are down. There's not a lot of deer out there. I know in the hayfield this summer, I think I only saw one fawn, and it was pretty good size by the time we got rolling. But anyway, I don't know all the detail on why.
And I've met some of those coming through as they come in early a little bit, and I ask them where they're from and where they're going. Well, actually, we're going hunting.
Yeah.
And it's like, where are you from? You know, they're Alabama, and they're going, you know, up north. I said, you're looking for a mule deer? Some big deer. It's like the little kid that was beside me, he says, why do you go so far to deer hunt? I said, because they're not the size of a goat.
Yeah, down a lot of
They
them
are
south
little,
are small. Yeah, a muley, your first deer, would be quite a deal because they're bigger and they're kind of awesome.
It had a nice set of antlers on it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the young man was real proud of it. But anyway, we have a schoolhouse that's going to come to the barn area. We're pretty excited about that. When it's actually going to happen, I don't know. But, you know, you get Mike Evans and Rick Moss going on it, and it will happen. Yeah. And they know the people to get things done. So that's...
I shared a picture the other day of that. That was our Kellenberger pictures we had up in an exhibit a couple of years ago. And the kids have a chalkboard, and they have the district number written on the chalkboard, and that is the school that's coming in.
That's great.
As I shared it with a person that had visited that had connections.
They said it's full of items now. It's been used for storage, but that will be cleaned out, and it'll be picked up. And so, again, our barn is going to be a destination point for people.
And that will just add more
items to the campus.
Yeah, and just more attractions to see. The school, I think, is great, and I wondered about when they move that. If we'll be kind of documenting the move. I know we did when we did the Luther barn, which is pretty cool, and they brought it through town. Probably won't, I don't know if it would be as big as the Luther barn by any stretch, small one-room school, but still going to be cool to see it being moved down the road. So when that happens, that'll be quite a day, won't it?
It will, and I think they're coming right down through town, aren't they?
I think so.
From what I understood. So, and then in February we'll have our annual meeting, our Sandhills Journey National Scenic Byway meeting, and we have a humanities person coming to speak. And we moved it back a little bit because we were so close to Christmas. People were just about played out from all the Christmas activities, so we've moved it back to February, and I think that will help our attendance, and we'll just hope for good weather.
Yeah.
But, you know, a couple of years ago, we had it in January, and the weather was horrible, but we still had people show up, and it was a great time.
It was the first day you got out after a blizzard.
It could have been.
That was kind of what that one was.
Well, the roads were pretty nasty. I know some people turned around and went home. But anyway, we'll just hope for the best.
Yeah.
We have no control over the weather, so pick a date and go with it.
Linda, how did Junk Jaunt go?
It was
I have one little
Okay.
piece to say on that.
Okay.
That was a interesting combination of things you've seen. And it had a wonderful amount of traffic and the different things and good comments. The one thing I seen was this was Thursday night, just as everything was getting in here and getting going. I had this guy in a pickup and a topper, and he had 2 sets of elk horns on top. I said, did you find those at Junk Jaunt? He says, no. And by the way, he was from Georgia, okay? That little accent he had. He says, I got him the old-fashioned way. I went out and hunted him. I'm on my way back home.
And he was going to skip Junk Jaunt?
He knew Junk Jaunt was here.
He was
got his
getting out of
elk,
here.
stopping through on Junk Jaunt to go back home to Georgia.
Cool.
So he would have went out west somewhere, but he was
Made his way through Junk Jaunt.
Big old elk horns clear on top because they would not fit in the topper.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoy it so much. The people you get to meet, and you make new friends. And in fact, I'm in touch with some people, some ladies from Montana that I met a year ago. They couldn't come this year, but we were in touch, and they're coming back next year for sure. I did get to go one day. A friend from Chadron came, and we went on Friday. And we hit Anselmo and Myrna, and we had to turn around and go back to Dunning because we were full. We bought and bought. And so then we went to Halsey and bought some more, and then we headed east. We got to Brewster and Taylor, and then we ran out of daylight. So
it was good.
People were packing up, and we're like, we're not done shopping. And we stopped, and we got some prime rib sandwiches at a ranch along the way, and it was just fun. And of course, I asked people, where are you from? And just start a conversation with the people from out of the area, and they want to talk, you know, while they're rifling through things, and so you get right in there with them. But I think it was great. We had the stamp at the Sandhills Heritage Museum in Dunning, and that really brought in a lot of traffic to our museum. And we had a lot of donations come in. We need a new roof, so the donations certainly helped, and we appreciate all those people who donated to us.
Wow. And that stamp is a junk jaunt passport. So each town has one, at least, a stop that has that stamp, so you have to go to that one, and it's a paper stamp only. And it's a prize system that they give away for like 10. Under 10, you get, and it's for drawing like a $50 gas card.
Okay.
You know, it's $50 of a Visa, whatever it's your way, and so it depends on which company thing it is. And then 10 to 16 is $100, and all 30 or something like 30 or 33 or something like that. 30 and above, or whatever I think it is $150.
Mm-hmm.
So that is that stamp system, and they draw at their meeting and do.
And I want to say they do read those comments. I go to those meetings, those annual meetings, and they just pass all of those comment sheets out that people
pass
send
them out
in.
at whoever's
and
sitting
they
at the
listen.
table.
They do. They listen, and they work with the people for this event. And it's just, I don't know, I just really enjoy it.
I know you do.
I enjoy a lot of things.
You
know?
do. Well, the junk jaunt was successful. Sounds like the passport really blended into that nicely. Any idea where there's stops are going to be this coming tourist season for passport stops? Do you?
No, but application time, I believe, is December 1st here. And so make sure to get, if anyone wants to submit their application in that is a deadline coming up right quick here.
Okay.
And so encourage anybody with an item or visitor or a unique eating place or shopping place, interesting anything. So you can have a park do the things, the courthouse do the things. So those are, well, we don't have weekend hours. Somebody else in that neighborhood will have, and they put in that to go to the coffee shop to get the passport for the courthouse.
And we're talking the Nebraska Tourism Passport.
Yeah, the Nebraska Tourism Passport, yeah. The big baby.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
And, that part. So that deadline is coming up, and I think the two or three questions on it is, how do you...
What's your hours?
What's your hours? Yep, that's a big part.
Because we're not open
they set
enough
that out.
hours in Dunning.
What is your interest in becoming a passport place? Just and it's an open essay, so you just spill out your words and go, and do. And so it's not a multiple choice. You have to put it out there.
Explain why.
Yep, explain why. So and then give your reasonings. And how did you hear about us? What is your promotion things? What do you have to share?
Okay.
So what do you have to look at?
And the barn is applying once again, and we certainly hope. One more thing I want to add before we close is, please shop local, folks. There are all these little craft fairs going on around the area. Some have already been held. The weekend of December 7th, we are having one in Dunning, and I believe Burwell and Taylor might be having the same time, because there's ladies that do the circle, you know. But these are people that work very hard to make their crafts, whatever it might be, and shop local, please. We need these people to keep making those wonderful Christmas items.
Agreed. Well said.
Thank you.
We need to support ourselves, and that's really what it's all about. So.
And we have a good time.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, the food and laugh, and see your neighbors
Yeah.
and make new friends. It's a good time.
So reminisce on old history
yes,
stories and things. So one of our pieces, I wanted to grab two things here. One of our ongoing projects is to collect a photo of every rural school in Custer County. So that'll be that community help to get that into there. We're almost getting, I think we're near 200 out of the 284. And then we're updating our cemetery listing from the cemetery record, who keeps record of the burials, not find a grave, but a person that has the official records.
All right.
So we're getting close to getting through that. So two big pieces.
You're trying to put that together at the museum.
At the museum, yeah.
Okay. All right.
We're
Give us
just
a holler.
full of information
You
today,
guys
aren't
are.
we?
Yes.
You need to invite us more often.
Well, you're welcome anytime.
Thank you
We'll,
to
we'll
Custer.
we'll make way to get you guys in. Thanks so much. Thanks to Custer Federal State Bank for making this time available for the Scenic Byway and of course, the museum. And it all fits together so nicely. And it's going to be exciting when that school rolls down the highway, isn't it, to its new location.
It could be. You guys could do a play-by-play.
We probably will.
Yeah.
We probably will because it's very exciting. Thanks, ladies.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're
We'll
welcome.
take a time out with these words.
Red Hot Buys are at your local RT Ace Hardware in Broken Bow. Looking for quality? Go with Milwaukee. Tons of buy one, get one free deals are available, like buying an M18 fuel brushless drill and impact driver kit or M18 red lithium battery and charger and getting an extra battery, sawzall, grinder, or leaf blower free. Or get a Milwaukee fuel hammer driller driver kit or circular saw and get a free M18 battery, a $199 value. These and so many more Milwaukee deals are at RT Ace Hardware, Broken Bow, right now.
Varney Pharmacy in Broken Bow is hosting several flu shot clinics in the upcoming weeks. No appointment is necessary. Bring your insurance card if you have one. Clinics are 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. on each date. The next flu shot clinic is this Friday. If you can't make it, there is one more in November and several more coming up in December. Flu shot clinics at Varney Pharmacy in Broken Bow, helping to keep everyone healthy.
It's the season to be thankful. And at Nebraska State Bank, they are truly thankful to all of their customers, employees, and the community. They see it as a great pleasure to work with amazing customers that also call this corner of the globe that we live in their home. Nebraska State Bank appreciates the trust you place in them, and they consider it an honor to serve you. With 2 locations in Broken Bow, 1 in Callaway and 1 in Myrna, thankful to serve Central Nebraska. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
Agro Affiliates will be conducting an absolute land auction of the Crisp Farm located 6 miles east of Arnold, Wednesday, December 4th. The auction will be held at the Arnold Community Center at 11 a.m. Central Time. This 156-acre pivot irrigated farm is located on the south side of Highway 92. The farm includes pivot irrigated cropland, dry cropland corners, pasture, and a grain bin. For more property information and to register to bid, please visit agroaffiliates.com or call Bonnie Downing at 308-872-1323.
8:55 is your time. As we promised you, lots of guests today, and we continue with more guests. Jeanette Denson is here from Custer Care Center. Jeanette, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good. So I was just asking you off the air about, where you live out on the Rhino Road.
Uh-huh.
Is that sign still out there? I remember it says...
Oleo Acres, one of the cheaper spreads. No, it is not.
I always like that sign.
Yes. Dave's mom put that up years
Oh.
ago, and when they first moved out there, and so they love that sign. And my kids say, well, nobody even knows what oleo is anymore. So we changed the sign.
Oh,
but
good. Well,
we still have it.
You
but-
still have it? That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
So how's the remodel and addition
Oh,
coming?
things are just coming along great. Things are going really fast. So it's all the painting is done in the new part, and part of the flooring's down in the lower level, and so yeah, it's going well.
Good.
If I could get the wallpaper off the wall, so she could continue to paint in my office. So if anybody likes to do that, well, I could use some help. There's only 4 layers.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
that is a job.
It hasn't come off really easily. Yeah.
Well, that's because you did a good job of putting it up.
Well, no, I didn't put all those layers up. I put one, but there's several underneath.
Okay. Well, somebody's listening out there, and you know how to get that wallpaper off. Give Jeanette a call. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
And
so.
in this day and age, to be able to start a project, I know you had some delays, but to be able to start looking towards the end of it, it's quite an accomplishment.
It is. It is. Yeah. Things have. The painter had to go home for a day, so I could catch up, and then. But otherwise, everything's going really well.
Now, for folks maybe haven't tuned in for a while, just trying to figure out what we're talking about here, this was an addition to the facility that you have up in the north corner of town, near the United Methodist Church. South, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And you've been very successful there with having people come in and live there. You have people that come and visit there to spend the day. You ran out of room.
We did. We just needed more room, and we have a waiting list, but and that's kind of why we wanted to get started. So we're going to add on four assisted living rooms, and then we'll have a respite room where people can come and stay for up to 14 days, and a lot larger activity area.
Which you kind of need because people do come in that don't actually live there.
Right.
And for social reasons, and then you offer your walk-in bath and all of that.
So it's it'll be wonderful. So we got all new cupboards in the old part in the new in the activity room, and so it'll be great when we get it all done.
It will be. I'm guessing you get asked a lot, Jeanette, and your staff about who fits the criteria to, and I know
to
that
come into Custer Care. We take anyone for assisted living. So, and they can't have any. They can't wander because we can't lock our doors in Custer Care. So we can take care of people with dementia as long as they don't wander. And then we only have one staff person on at night. So we can't take people who need more than one assistant.
Okay.
So,
all right.
But otherwise, and our goal is to keep people to the end of life. When they come into the center, we hope that they don't have to move.
Yeah, they can stay there.
That's our goal.
And we're fortunate we have a facility that will take care of those folks with dementia that do wander and do need that very special extra care. So you're a place that can hold folks who are content to stay there.
Yeah, and anyone that's just wanting to move out of their house and come to a place where they have other people around.
Right.
So they don't have to clean their own rooms and they don't have to do their own laundry, and so
make their own
they
bed.
can't.
Yeah.
They can, but they don't have to.
Yeah.
So
well, some of those things sound simple, but making a bed as people get older, that's not an easy thing to do. So folks, if you're listening and you're interested, get a hold of Jeanette, or you have other folks there that will answer the phone.
Yes,
Okay.
Peggy or Tiffany or Aubrey, they're all there.
And that's just a part of what happens at Custer Care Center. There's the home care out and about, and there's the transportation.
Right.
Portion of it.
And in the center, next week we're getting ready for our big annual Thanksgiving dinner. So we're on Wednesday. So
it's the thing about Custer Care, Brent. When you go in, and if you go in like mid-morning, it always smells like you should stay for dinner.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or I suppose later in the afternoon and stay for supper,
Yeah,
too.
and you can come on Monday and help make pies.
Yeah.
We make a lot of pies. The clients enjoy helping do the cooking. So the Thanksgiving dinner is the clients make all the food.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and then they invite their families.
Oh,
so
nice.
all their families and all the home care people come
And
in
when
for
you
Thanksgiving. So
we get the expansion done, you'll be able to
we're going to
facilitate
be
that.
able to use part of the new addition for that day.
Yeah.
So it'll be different.
It'll be fun.
We'll have more room for tables.
The thing, folks, about Jeanette and the crew over the years, they've always provided such an essential, needed service, but they've always had fun doing it.
Yeah.
I think that's, I don't know if you have a motto about that, but you guys always have fun doing what you do.
Well, we just hope that all the staff, that's one of the things we try to make sure that they enjoy doing that kind of thing, because they kept saying, oh, we can't have the Thanksgiving dinner this year. And I said, oh, yes, we can. No matter what happens, we can have it. So, and we will.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. All right. All right. So happy Thanksgiving if we don't see you again. I can't believe we're saying that already, but it's even later in the month and it still seems crazy.
Yeah. So.
All right, Jeanette.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. News will be coming your way right after these words.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Poinsettia time is almost here, which means now is the time to order yours with The Secret Garden. Proceeds go to the Anselmo Myrna PTO. Head to The Secret Garden and tackle your Christmas shopping. Amaryllis bulbs have arrived along with new winter decor. They are open every Friday 11:30 to 4:30 and every Saturday 8:30 to 4:30. Proverbs 13 verse 20 says, "Walk with the wise and become wise. Associate with fools and get in trouble." The Secret Garden, 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
Your friends at Gateway Motors, Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram are thankful for all their wonderful customers. They invite you in each Monday through Friday this month to register for daily drawings for a frozen turkey voucher to Grocery Cart. Don't forget, Quick Lube is now available. No appointment necessary. Plus, they are the only Nebraska dealer offering forever warranty on vehicles under 100,000 miles at no cost to you. Happy November from Gateway Motors in Broken Bow.
Are you afraid of falling? Team Physical Therapy can help. 872-5111. Good balance is essential for a healthy, active life. Team Physical Therapy is here to help you stay healthy, improve your balance, and keep you active. 872-5111. Our highly trained physical therapist will design a personalized plan for you to help you improve your stability, decrease risk of falling, and get you back to doing what you love. Don't let that balance issue keep you at home, or if it does, we can come to you. Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111.
At Echo Financial in Arnold, they believe that sometimes all you need is someone to help show you the way. It is certainly true with finances and insurance. Whether you're starting in your career or are preparing for the retirement of your dreams, Echo is there to listen, understand, and help guide your financial journey. She invites your questions and offers complimentary consultations for your retirement and legacy planning. Echo Financial offers asset management and financial planning with a heartbeat. Visit echofinancialllc.com or call 308-848-2244 to book your appointment today. Advisory services are offered through Echo Financial LLC, a registered investment advisor in the state of Nebraska. Insurance products and services are offered through Echo Financial and Echo Pelster Insurance LLC affiliated companies.
Listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The U.S. is defending President Biden's decision to send anti-personnel landmines to Ukraine. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin.
They have a need for things that can help slow down that effort on the part of the Russians.
Lawmakers in Washington meet today on their investigation into sexual misconduct allegations against President-elect Trump's choice for Attorney General. CBS's Scott McFarland.
The House Ethics Committee is evenly divided between Republicans and Democrats. To get a majority vote at a meeting today to release the Matt Gaetz ethics report, one of the Republicans would have to cross over and join the Democrats.
Hurricane-force winds are blowing in the Pacific Northwest. One death already blamed on a bomb cyclone that's knocked out power to more than 640,000 customers. Northern California getting slammed with torrential rain. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Something magical happens when you unbox the best of British TV with BritBox. Stream acclaimed series starring Olivia Colman, Idris Elba, Sophie Turner, Matthew McFadden, and more of Britain's brightest talent. See what's inside, discover something remarkable, and uncover what perhaps you were looking for all along. Unbox BritBox and stream the best of British TV. Start your free trial at BritBox.com.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I've finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Martin Weiss.
The Celtics beat the Cavaliers 120-117. The Cavaliers were the last undefeated team in the NBA. Cleveland now 15-1. The Spurs beat the Thunder 110-104. Victor Wembanyama rested in the game. OKC falls to 11-4. Lakers remain undefeated at home, beating the Jazz 122-113. Los Angeles has won its last 6 games. Per The Athletic, Jets owner Woody Johnson suggested benching quarterback Aaron Rodgers after losing to the Broncos in Week 4. Head coach Robert Saleh and GM Joe Douglas convinced Johnson to change his mind. Saleh was fired 2 weeks later. Douglas was fired Tuesday. In Major League Baseball, the AL Manager of the Year is Guardians manager Stephen Vogt. The NL Manager of the Year, Brewers manager Pat Murphy. In college basketball, number 15th ranked Marquette beat 6th ranked Purdue 76-58. Kansas, UConn, Kentucky, Cincinnati, Florida, all winners. I'm Martin Weiss.
Here's your weatherology forecast. A red flag warning begins at noon today and continues until 6 p.m. tonight. Ample sunshine expected today with daytime highs approaching 47. Winds out of the northwest 20 to 25 miles per hour. Clear skies again tonight. Lows dip down to about 18. Ample sunshine expected tomorrow. Highs level off around 47. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
37 degrees under a clear sky. Probably doesn't feel 37. Winds out of the west at 15 to 25. Barometric pressure steady right now at 30.09. Humidity at 43%. Yesterday's high was 49 with an overnight low of 32. That's a look at weather. Again, that red flag warning up for any burning out there. Very, very dangerous, very, very dry. Please be careful.
Heading into winter, there's always a long list of chores to do on the farm. Get more work done to prepare for the cold days ahead with a Polaris. Agland ATV is fully stocked with a wide variety of models to choose from, and you'll definitely want a cabin heater to keep you warm. If you've had a breakdown or need some service, the mechanics will keep you rolling. Get ready for winter with a Polaris from Agland ATV in Broken Bow.
Always wear a helmet, never drink and drive.
This Friday, Ollie's Coffee and Boutique in Broken Bow is kicking off the holiday season with their Christmas open house on Pink Friday. Before the big Black Friday crowds, support small businesses and get a jump on your Christmas shopping with exclusive discounts and free gift wrapping all day long. Enjoy free Ollie's House coffee and refreshing treats. Pick a goodie bag to reveal your discount on your entire purchase. There will also be delicious baked goods from local bakers available to take home. It's a fun way to start the season. Join them at Ollie's this Pink Friday and celebrate local together.
It's 11 past the hour of 9 o'clock. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Again, we promised you lots of guests today, and we have another guest in the studio to talk about the Salvation Army and their Red Cattle campaign. Pastor Phil is here. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're doing well. We're doing well. I got to ask you a question before
Yes,
we
sir.
jump into this. Now,
Okay.
how do you feel about hot tubs?
I like hot tubs.
How do you feel about saunas?
Sauna, I don't do so much. No.
All right. Have you played pickleball?
I am not good at it. I have tried.
haven't played.
I'm not. I can't claim that I've actually played. No.
All right. All
Okay.
right. So I know that you can't believe everything on the internet that you read, and there's all these different social media platforms. But the breakfast show here, we've been seeing conversations on social media about the possibility of a sauna and a hot tub and a pickleball court at Edward Jones after they do their remodel.
Oh my goodness, that would be amazing how they would fit all that in there.
I know, it's
Yeah.
amazing, but it was on the internet, Pastor. It's probably true, don't you think?
I know. I mean, nothing ever gets on the internet that's not true.
That's what I
yeah.
thought.
Well, after you go in and discuss your financial future, sometimes, it would be good to have those options to wind down.
Or a cold
right?
shower.
Yeah, there you go.
One or the other. You want to relax or you want a cold shower, one or the other.
Well, I know some of the folks that work down there at Edward Jones, and I wonder. I don't know.
Well,
I haven't heard anything about it anywhere else, though. I'm sorry.
Just here?
Just here. You're the only one I've heard it from.
Well, we are
Okay.
the source, Central Nebraska's news source.
Okay. Yeah.
The number to call, since they are closed for the remodel,
Right.
whatever it may end up being, is 872-6849. And someone will pick up the phone and get you to the person you need to do business with. So they're going to continue doing business with their clients as usual. They just won't be in the house because they'll be remodeling it and probably replumbing it. Also a wet bar, but I didn't know if you'd be interested in that.
Probably not.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So anyway, I'm glad that you could work me in here on your busy day. We're getting started with our Red Kettle campaign this coming Saturday, the 23rd of November. We're jumping the gun just a little bit because of the fact that Thanksgiving is so late this year. And so we wanted to try and get an extra weekend in if we could, at least an extra Saturday. And so we'll be going from the 23rd of November through Christmas Eve with our campaign. So.
One of the things that we try to highlight, and I know you'll want to mention, is there's a lot of charities out there, and there's a lot of good charities. This one we feel really good about because most of the money, most of the help will be right here in the county, right?
That is correct, yeah. We are very pleased with how this works because 90% of the money that goes in the kettles stays right here in Custer County. Salvation Army needs a little support just to kind of keep the infrastructure going. So 10% of the money goes down to Omaha and goes to the larger entity. But Salvation Army as a whole is a very good charity. They use their money well. They don't spend a lot on big CEO salaries and stuff like that. It's an organization made up of people that are committed to serve the Lord and volunteers. So, yeah.
All right. So that's good. I think people feel good about that. And there are new things that you want to talk about here through the Salvation Army?
Yeah. The money that comes in these red kettles is one of two sources that we have to do all this good that we do in a year. And the other one is the original endowment from Cliff Luther. But this is there's ups and downs in the stock market and things like that. So we really want to encourage people to give because of the many areas that this impacts. We do the Back to School Backpack program in every summer to help provide kids from across the county with some school supplies. We provide medical assistance to families across the county with vision, dental, and prescription services all year round. And we're at the Trunk or Treat every year, promoting safety for kids. And then there's all the normal things we do: swimming lessons, food pantries, backpack programs in several schools: Broken Bow, Ansley, Sargent, and Selma, Myrna, and Taylor, where we support helping families with a little extra food over the weekend, and lots of other things. Coming up this week is Santa Cop. We're going to be, actually in the next few weeks, we're going to be collecting all of the applications for Santa Cop by the 22nd of November. So that's just, I think, 2 days away. So if a family out there is interested in getting some gifts for their children, having them delivered by one of the fine law enforcement officers of Custer County, they need to get those applications in right away. So anyway, but you were asking about the new things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we've got several things that are interesting. One is we have a QR code this year. A lot of people come by the kettles, say, sorry, I don't have any cash on me. And we say, well, do you have a smartphone? And yes, you do. So you can give. So all you have to do is scan that QR code into your smartphone, and it'll bring you right to a link where you can fill in some blanks, and you can make a donation. You can use Venmo, PayPal, or a debit card and or credit card. So lots of ways to give this year. We're really excited about that QR code. So,
and it looks like you're expanding your footprint as well in the county as far as location.
Yeah, another thing that we're hoping to do is have a couple of bell ringing stations on the outlying communities, because this is a community-wide organization, benefits everyone in the county. Anyway, we're going to have one station at the Kubik Gardens in beautiful downtown Arnold, and that'll be on like Fridays and Saturdays mainly. And then we're going to try and have another station outside the corner market in Sargent. And we're really excited about that. I've been networking with my fellow United Methodists in those communities, and the pastors in those communities are taking the leads on helping to line up volunteers, and so that's really a good thing. And then we've got another new element with the ringing, the big kettles, is we lost Gary's. Gary's Superfoods was one of our three kind of anchors that we had. Grocery Cart and Tractor Supply are the other two, and those bring in the bulk of the donations we get. They come in through those two main locations. Mm-hmm. But we lost this third one, so we're going to try a floating kettle this year. And so we're going to have one of our big kettles move from location to location during the week. So on Tuesday evenings, it's going to be out at Kincaid's. And then on Friday evenings, it's going to be at the Arrow Hotel on Bonfire. On Saturdays, Carmen's going to have it down there at Tumbleweed. And Carmen said that it's okay if we want to. We can have it over at the cafe end in the morning and then slide it over to the Cactus Jack's end of the building in the evening. So that sounds like fun. And I've got a couple of other locations in mind. I'm still working on those details. Can't give them out now because nothing's final, but I'm hoping we might even have one or two other locations that we would have that floating kettle appear. And I've talked to Christy about this, but what we're hoping is you all would help us get the word out. So like next Tuesday during the readouts or whatever you would say. And remember, the floating kettle will be at Kincaid's from 5 to 7 this evening or something like that. So if you guys can help us out with that, that'll be another piece to the whole thing. So
we can do that. Be happy to do that. With all the different changes and so forth, I'm guessing you need more help.
Oh my gosh, yes. We are really needing volunteers. We have a sign-up form that you can link. I gave one of these to Kristen, so she's going to put it on the Sand Hills Express. But it has a QR code at the bottom that takes you to the sign-up form. You can also go to the Salvation Army Facebook page, which is at Salvation Army Custer County, Nebraska, and find the link there. And if all else fails, there's a few people on the poster that you can call, including myself. So there's a lot of different ways to get signed up for for ringing the bells, and we will, because this whole thing with the floating kettle isn't going to work without volunteers. Right. We're going to have people that are willing to say, well, I've rung bells at Grocery Cart, but I've never done it at Kincaid's or the Bonfire. So, that'll be something new. Mm-hmm. So, and those will be limited hours at those locations as well, obviously. Yeah. But, yeah.
We've always found when we've been able to ring the bells as a crew, we have a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
And I know that it doesn't take 6 people to do it, but, for groups out there, other churches, other youth groups, all sorts of different clubs.
4-H clubs. Oh, yeah.
Your community clubs, get together and 3 or 4 of you go. You'll have a great time.
Yeah, we've had youth groups do this from the United Methodist Church, and I know that some of the kids in the high school that are in some of the organizations like National Honor Society or FBLA, some of them need some community service hours. So this would be another way to do that. But yeah, we have those beautiful red aprons that you can wear, and then the group can sing Christmas carols. They, in some places that they're going to be at, they don't have the automatic doors. They could, actually open doors for folks. Yeah. And I am working on an alternative bell. I haven't got it done yet, but I bought a bunch of jingle bells. And so if because of inclement weather or something, somebody has to move their station inside, in order to not drive everybody bonkers, I'm working on this jingle bell idea so that we would have something that's very festive. I didn't bring the bell in with me. I had one out in the lobby there, but I was going to bring a bell to ring, because there's really, it's one of those things that just makes Christmas feel like Christmas. The sound of those bells ringing, it just kind of gets you in the holiday mood.
Yeah,
so,
good idea, by the way.
Yeah.
And it is kind of addictive if you've had your hand on the bell. You just ring it all the time. You don't even notice it pretty soon. You're just ringing the bell. And I think it does drive people crazy sometimes.
And when you go home, whether you have a bell in your hand or not, your hand is still going back and forth like you're ringing it.
Yeah. Well, love what it does for the community and for people. It's a great thing. It's a good time. It's all about the spirit of Christmas. It's a good thing.
Indeed. And we are really looking forward. And, if we have a good year, that means that it expands our ability to help and do even more good in our community. So we do hope people will give generously. Thank you.
Right. Thank you
very
much. Pastor Phil, our guest this morning, to talk about the bell ringing, which will begin on Saturday, November 23rd, and continue till Christmas Eve in several locations around the county. We'll take a time out with a little Bonnie Raitt. Bonnie Raitt on the radio, 926. Happy Jack in the studio with me. Brent is working with Pastor Phil, setting up public affairs for later on to talk about the bell ringing and all the good things it does and all the different places it's going to be. So I've brought Happy Jack into the studio. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, not too darn bad. Can you ring a bell? Let me test you here. Let me test ring that one, see what it feels like.
Or I can do that.
Yeah. All right, looks like you're going to pass the test, so consider yourself part of the team to ring bells.
All right.
We'll be doing that as a group, I'm sure, as we have in years past. So you are in.
Let's go.
Get your coveralls out. It gets cold.
All right.
All right, you're going to jump in and help me here, and I appreciate that. And Brent's back in, so he can grab some of those as well, because we got a lot of things to tell people about here this morning. And I'm going to start with What's for Wednesday. What is for Wednesday at Chapin's Furniture, south side of the square in Broken Bow? Well, Lola is, always looking to save you money, and she has lots of plaid. So this week, their Mad for Plaid sale takes place at Square One Boutique. Yes, everything that is plaid is 25% off. From flannel shirts to jackets and gloves, stock up on your favorite timeless patterns. Plaid is back and better than ever. I didn't ever know it went away. Plaid's always cool. Stop into Square One Boutique and snag your plaid pieces at 25% off through Saturday. Now, Christmas, of course, is not very far away, and they have new amazing Christmas and holiday decor for you to look over and shop for. Stop in and check them out. Be listening every Wednesday for a great deal, and check out their window to find out the answer to What's for Wednesday. This time around, it's all about plaid at Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique. Jack, what do you got there for us?
Sylvester's. Make sure you're at Sylvester's this Friday night, because Thunder Karaoke is back. You can grab your friends or pull them up on stage. It's always a good time with Thunder Karaoke and your friends at Sly's. It's from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. this Friday night at Karaoke's at Sylvester's. Plus, you can gather your friends and head there for the Husker football game this Saturday. Kickoff at 2:30 p.m. with Happy Tower at the first and third quarters. Sylvester's, the quiet little place that rocks East Highway 2.
I think a good idea would be take in a movie at the Fox Theater and then go out and do a little, rubbing elbows with friends out at Sly's.
There you go. Perfect date night.
Beautiful date night.
And we'll tell you what's showing at the movies. Here's the schedule for you at the Broken Bow Fox Theater. Here's what is currently showing. This will kind of be the lineup for tonight and tomorrow night yet. Still showing Conclave. It's rated PG. Also, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. They've remade it and heard it's really, really good. A lot of people have been flocking in to view it. Of course, the Herdmans are 6 siblings who have a reputation for being the worst kids in the world, but when they get involved in the Christmas pageant at their local church, you'll be surprised what happens. So it is showing now at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. And, oh man, one of the biggest movies right now out there, Red One, Santa Claus has been kidnapped.
What?
But don't worry, folks. Don't worry, because The Rock is on the scene. The Rock will go rescue Santa Claus.
Well, if that's the case, you're going to see Cynthia Humane scratching at the front door of the Fox Theater.
So that is those are the 3 that are kind of showing yet tonight and tomorrow night. And then, of course, when we go into the weekend, into next week, now you're rolling into the holidays, you're rolling into Thanksgiving, and we've got some big movies that are coming out, and they're coming right to the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. Wicked. Kind of a spin-off of The Wizard of Oz.
Oh.
Kind of how it all started with the Wicked Witch and all of that. It's a Disney film, rated PG, expected to be one of the biggest hits of the holiday season, and it will premiere at the Fox Theater coming up on Friday. So check it out. It'll run Friday through the weekend on into next week. Also, one of the biggest films coming out, Gladiator 2. It looks like a cinematic masterpiece again.
It looks real good.
So Ridley Scott is back. He directs it. Denzel Washington leads the cast. Gladiator 2, showing Friday through the weekend into next week. Red One that we talked about, it'll continue through the weekend into next week. And then when we get to next week, right around Thanksgiving, coming out one of the biggest animated sequels that everybody's been waiting for.
Pinocchio.
No.
Oh.
Moana is back. Moana 2. And looks like it'll start showing next week on Wednesday, so it'll be ready for Thanksgiving. So the big blockbusters are going to be available for you next week when we hit the Thanksgiving season, and you can find them all at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. Check out their website, watchthefox.com. That'll break down all of the show times for you. It'll show what's showing when and what theater it'll be located in. So a big season coming up for the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. Check it out. Go to watchthefox.com.
Thank you, Brent. I was just looking this over, this sheet of paper. Ideal Realty LLC. And I'm looking at this house over in Callaway. And I looked at the description.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, Self or Dave?
Yes.
Or Dimwit? If I was going to build a house, this would be it.
Exactly how you would do it.
To be completed soon, brand new. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, with attached garage, living, dining, kitchen are combined. Vinyl plank flooring will be in the main living area, so if you like, more and more people are just going with that. It's so easy to take care of. Bedrooms will be carpeted, though, so when you jump out of bed, your feet will be warm. That's pretty important. Covered patio on the west side. Master bath has the walk-in shower, the Onyx walk-in shower. Main bath has acrylic shower unit and tub. No appliances are offered, so you can get your own appliances and put them in, if you want something special. It's up to you. The yard is unplanted, but has been plumbed for an underground watering system.
There you go.
It's all there. And the asking price, and you'll need to talk to Marion Chesley about this. She's the agent over in that area for Ideal Realty. Is $285,000. Now, I don't know if you've checked out houses lately, but that's right in the ballpark. And that has everything that you're going to need. And it's brand new. It's not quite done yet. Garage door opener, smoke detector, walk-in closets, handicap accessible. The list just goes on and on. City water, city sewer, electricity. The street is paved in front of it. The list goes on and on. Call 308-870-2220. 870-2220. Callaway is a great community, a great place to live in a brand new house. Call Marion Chesley today.
Pizza Hut. Try the Hut Box starting at $6.99, a personal pan or a melt with fries or wings, and they are really good. I've recently went and got the Hut Box. They're doing daytime delivery from Friday and Saturday from 11 to 2, all week long delivery 5 to close. Make sure you sign up for Pizza Hut rewards and extra deals and savings. They're looking for servers and a cook. You can stop in and pick up an application at Pizza Hut in Broken Bow, East Highway 2.
All right. Hand one of those over to Brent. We don't want him just, scratching his ears there. Nebraska Land Hearing Center. Roxanne is a board-certified hearing and instrument specialist with over 35 years of experience right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. And don't worry about, cost, because she'll talk to you about different levels of cost, different technology. She can fit your budget. If you do, after having the hearing test, need hearing aids. If you're struggling hearing with noise around you or with family around you, you can't hear the TV very well anymore, somebody walks in and says, geez, the TV's loud, why is that? That could be an indicator that you need to have that hearing checked. Call Roxanne at 308-384-3852 to make an appointment. No need to travel out of town, out of the county. It's right here. A certified hearing specialist right here in town. Roxanne at 308-384-3852, located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building.
All right, if you look at the calendar, what number of Thursday is it this week?
It is the third Thursday.
You got it, Dave. And that means it's Sip and Shop time. at Rustic and Red in Cozad. They do this every third Thursday of the month, and now that we come into the holiday season, it's probably even more special. So check it out. They're decorated for Christmas. They've got some big sales going on. It'll happen tomorrow from 10 to 7. That's when the store is open. Now the sipping will start at 4 o'clock, and here's some of the specials that they have planned for you coming up tomorrow at Rustic and Red in Cozad. Going to go 20% off store-wide. Now, some exclusions could apply. They'll have 25% off ladies' apparel, and they're going to take 50% off fall florals and decor. Now, as we mentioned, the sipping will start at 4 o'clock, and they also have a special feature tomorrow. Special musical guest Heather Wellman will be performing in the loft from 5 until 7 tomorrow night at Rustic and Red. They encourage you to come in and try their drink of the month. It's the Ruby's Apple Pie. They've got sales going on. You can register for their door prize. They'll have a second door prize that you can register for from 4 to 7 tomorrow. So everyone gets a valuable coupon to use on their next visit just by stopping in to the Sip and Shop. Tomorrow, store open from 10 to 7. Sipping starts at 4. It's happening at Rustic and Red in Cozad.
Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow believes that an active life is a nurturing experience. At their facility, residents can thrive and live in an active lifestyle. Activities can bring about a feeling of sense and self-worth and well-being. Some daily stimulating and physical activities include movies, music, crafts, games, exercising, gardening, cooking, and outings in their new outdoor area. Specialized Alzheimer's and dementia care assisted living. Quality Senior Villages right here in Broken Bow. Call 872-6387.
Thank you so much, guys. I think we've covered everything that I'm aware of. I did want to mention Operation Christmas Child is happening today and through the rest of the week. The drop-off is at the Broken Bow E-Free Church from 3 until 5 p.m. Also, the community Thanksgiving service will be held at the United Methodist Church on Sunday at 7 p.m. That's also on our notes this morning. I'm sure that your community has some turkey dinners and some church things going on that you'll want to take part in. So check your community calendar in your location. Anything else?
Husker volleyball tonight, if you want to listen to it on KBBN,
they're pretty good.
95.3 FM.
They're all right.
They're not bad. Yeah. And, they'll be taking on Iowa tonight, Big Ten volleyball action. And so we'll broadcast it for you on KBBN 95.3 FM. Coverage starts at 5, and then the match will start at around 6. It'll be on the Huskers radio network tonight on KBBN 95.3 FM.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a great day. We'll be talking to you again tomorrow, Brent, on The Breakfast Show. And
Sounds good.
Stay tuned for Happy Jack on Party Line at 10:30 this morning on KCNI.